Hi fellas, nice back here again with another inbox review, and this time we're going to be having a look at Bolton Paul Defiant by Trumpeter, the F1. Now anybody that knows anything about the Second World War will know a little bit about the Defiant. It was the only rearward facing fighter that the British flew. It was heavy because of the turret, and it was shot down in its droves. There was one shorty where the Defiant had any degree of success, but the approaching fighters thought they were hurricanes, so attacked them from the rear, not realising. And the Defiant basically, took them out. After that, they were lost quite a lot. Okay, they weren't very manoeuvrable, weren't very fast, and all this sort of stuff. They were transferred over to a night fighter aircraft, and as a night fighter, it found its niche, shall we say. But it's an important aircraft of the British during sort of Second World War. So we'll have a close look at it now. So we in the box, we get not much in this box. 3 sprues of grey plastic, the clear parts, the decals, the instructions, and obviously and a bit of fuselage. So what we'll do, we'll transfer over the top, and we'll start with the instructions. There's not much to this at all, really isn't. So we have a sprue map, our 3 sprues on there, okay, plus the clear parts and what have you, and then we get straight into the build. So we have our cockpit, fairly basic. This will not take much time to build at all, I would have thought. And then we have the fuselage going closed with the tail wheel. We move on to the wing assembly. So basically the top half and the lower half is joined together, with the lower half being one great big spar. Wheels next, and engine stubs. Okay, so really not much to this build at all. Then you've got some of the chin intake and the belly intake, the flaps, the wheel doors, the prop, and the tail. Okay, and then we move on to the turret. Okay, so laying it in from the seat into the actual turret, the gun mount, moving on to some sort of that might be in the compressed air or whatever for the gunner. I'm not 100% certain. And then we move on to the actual turret glass after putting the guns on, and then that all goes together, and hey presto, you have yourself a Defiant. Okay, 2 colour call outs in this. Okay, we have got it doesn't even say which squadron or anything like that, so I'm going to have to do some research into that. But we've got our colours in Mr. Hobby, Vallejo, Model Master, Tamiya, well, it doesn't even do what it says, and Humbro. But I'll be using the Mr. Hobby Aquarius ones, which will be the ones in white, but also we've got a name. So there we are, there's the early war Battle of Britain scheme, and then we have got another one on there of a night fighter with the shark's mouth and the eyes. Okay, and that's it, no other information on there, not many decals, not many of anything. Okay, so yeah, okay, next we'll move on to the actual sprues themselves. We'll start with the fuselage. Okay, so there we are. Okay, 2 fuselage halves, where we can see the the rivet detail and the panel lines, really nice and refined. Okay, I think the fabric control surface, I think that's a little bit overdone in my honest opinion. Turn it over. A little bit of detail on the wall of the cockpit. Okay, so that's sprue 1. Sprue 2 is the wings. Again, some nice detail. Nice detail actually in the cockpit, in the wheel wells. So this is what the Airfix kit was missing. Should pick up a nice wash, and that's that. Okay. Next one. This is all the cockpit pieces. So we have got some ribbon for the cockpit, a little bit of tread on the 2-part wheels. On one plus side, the engine exhausts are hollowed out, so are the guns, which is good. Some nice detail, some nice ribbon detail on the sidewall of the cockpit, the instrument panel. Some nice detail in this. Okay, yes, there's not a lot to the kit, and that basically that's a free sprues there. So you know, that's that done. Next up, we have got the clear parts. So nicely protected. Okay, let's get these out. Yeah, it's looking nice. Okay, nice and clear. Ribbon's quite pronounced, so it should be easy for masking. Next up, we've got our PE. I'm not taking this out, but it does seem a little thick. Well, again, we didn't have a look, see what that was for. Okay, so we've got one for a grill. I don't know what the other ones are for, but I'm sure we'll find out when we come to build it. And then we move on to the decals. Okay, very shiny. They seem very thin. The main problem I'm finding with these is, I don't know if you can see that is all one decal, same as that one there. It would have been better if they could have maybe done something a little bit different, so it would have been easier to place if it had been smaller. I don't know if you can see that. Shark's mouth and eyes there. Okay, and then the cock of the north just on for the nose art. So that's Trumpy's Bolton Paul Defiant. Not much to it. I have heard tell that some points are not quite right, the nose is not quite right, and all this, that, the other. But to be honest, I don't really care. If it looks like a Defiant in my eyes, it's going to be a Defiant. So, looks like some nice detail on there. It shouldn't be a difficult build. Touch wood anyway. And it should build up quite quickly to quite a nice model. So that's Trumpy's Bolton Paul Defiant. Bye for now.